Hi, let's talk about what is COVID-19. COVID-19, SARS, normal cold and flu, they're all part of the same class of bacteria that cause acute respiratory disease. And in response to that, our bodies respond back with sore throat, shortness of breath, fatigue, backaches, headaches, and all sorts of stuff. Let's talk about the meta-analysis of an Australian researching body that suggests the fatality rate is less than 0.3% in the general population over the age of 40. Let's talk about lockdowns. What happens to us when we're locked down, whether it be in a jail cell or in our own very homes? When we are locked down, are we happier or are we stressed? The connection between lockdowns and the stress it causes. If you lose your job, if you lose your business, if you're not being able to meet your financial needs and obligations, what happens to our bodies when we are stressed? Stress causes a long list of problems within our bodies. Stress can make your diabetes worse, it can affect your sleep, it can affect your blood pressure, it can play with your heart health, it can have a lot of adverse reactions. Stress can cause gastrointestinal problems. Stress can cause drug and alcohol addiction. Bottle shops are essential, they're open, working. You can go into a bottle shop, buy a bottle of vodka, Burberry, Jim Beam, whatever you like. But if you need a t-shirt, you might have to go to Kmart and do click and collect. There's a lot of bacteria and virus that can sit in your system neutral and would cause no harm to your body and would not become active until you're stressed, you have anxiety, you're anxious, and your immune system goes down. Some of those bacteria and viruses, the most common ones that I can think of is cold sores. I know a lot of people, when they're run down, overworked, haven't slept, tired, fatigued, their cold sores come back. Why? Another great example is tuberculosis. Tuberculosis can stay in your system for 20 years plus and do nothing, absolutely nothing. It will stay in your lungs and it will sit there and not harm you at all until you start eating crap. Your immunity goes down. You're not feeling well, you're not sleeping well. Then it will become active and harm you like never before. I'm not a health expert. I'm talking about this from a very common sense point of view. I've heard about all these different strains over the internet, as well as our premier talking about them, and I hear about them almost every day on the news. The Alpha strain, the Delta strain, the Brazilian strain, the Colombian strain. How many strains are we going to fight? And now we have the new Indian strain, which is the beast, according to the Premier of Victoria. They're all highly contagious. I've heard about COVID-19 highly contagious, the Alpha strain highly contagious, the Delta strain highly contagious, the Colombian strain highly contagious, and now the Indian strain is the most contagious. They're all contagious. What are you guys talking about? My question to the health expert is, if the virus is so contagious and so deadly and so fatal, that can kill you instantly apparently, then how can some people be asymptomatic and have no symptoms whatsoever? And I'm really sorry and I feel bad if you have chronic conditions, if you've got diabetes, you've got asthma or other chronic illnesses that puts you on high risk of catching COVID or catching any SARS virus for that regard. But should we turn around and keep taking pills for every problem we have? Should we keep drinking alcohol and eating sugar and using cocaine and cannabis and all these things to make us feel better? Or should we start doing some exercise, try eat clean, cut down artificial sweetness, artificial colors, and all the junk that we put in our bodies on a regular basis that make us sick in the long run? Look at the dairy products these days. Everything is so processed. Dairy products are meant to have probiotics in them. But if you look at any normal milk, yogurt on the market aisle these days, it's all been killed off in the name of safety of your gut. But the probiotic is what your gut needs anyways. But if you kill them off, instead of benefiting you, they're probably causing a lot of harm to your body. So try cut out all these things out of your life, and especially fake people. You don't just need to cut out fake sweetness and fake colors out of your life. You need to cut out those fake people that are no good for your mental health, your spiritual health, or your physical health. They're just there as a number in your life and doing no good whatsoever. Get them out of your life. You will feel better. Chemists and GPs are thriving. They've become the billion-dollar industries in this country. Making the right choices is hard. Living a shitty life is very hard. You gotta choose your hard. Maybe the problem is not the virus. The problem is you. Maybe you lie, you cheat, you do wrong by people. You don't do any charity. And charity doesn't mean you have to give money to people all the time. You can just donate blood. You can feed the birds. That's charity. You can be nice to people. You can be kind to people. That's charity. Maybe you're not nice to your parents. Maybe you don't look after them. If I gave you $10,000 today, you would be grateful to me for the rest of your life. But your parents, who've probably spent $1 million to raise you, you don't want to give them that respect and that kindness and look after them. So most of you probably have heard a lot of these things before on the media, on the internet, on YouTube. The question is, when are we going to change? When? Thank you for watching.